Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Invasion stream, week 22, day 5. I believe we finally have the last of Invasion done for this week, off of the guild. I would assume so, given that we only had like, what, 50 more coward tails at the end of last stream. So yeah, we easily have that done, and the orb ready to go, which we'll collect in a moment. But yeah, so with that being said, of course, the main thing that we have going on this weekend is, of course, the Gnome event that we're going to be grinding at quite a bit. Still need to go get more Vault Keys from that. Wasn't able to do much off stream, but we did get 10 Vault Keys within 3 hours. Gosh, I was like one every 20 minutes when we were doing it earlier. Actually, it was a little bit over 3 hours. But yeah, we got insanely ultra lucky earlier today. If we could keep that up, that would be insanely good. Oh no, 5 minutes for this pet. Let me go do it real quick. Quick. I don't think we'll be able to do it in time. But, whoa, only 5 minutes. Not with this team that I currently have set. This one's a little bit slower than 5 minutes. The infinite loops of loopiness. I'll give it a shot real quick. Let's see if we can actually get it. I need to get the pets. And then we need to go grind. And get even more pets. This is a good time to get pets. All gnomes are increased chance of being able to be found, and that includes pet gnome from PvP and arena. So you will theoretically have more pets, assuming your guild doesn't always just perpetually have pets active, which I would assume most guilds don't. What do you take there? I'll take that for now. Try for sky blue. Got 2 opportunities. Didn't get either from the sky. And hopefully the sky gods will bless us with the sky gem that we need to win. But we'll go get that down. And get that into a few more pokes. Good. Now win really quickly in 6 more times. Within 4 minutes, go. Hello James! Hello Mason! Hello William! Hello, let's see. Where to read chat while trying to rush through. Hello Gustavo! Hello, Steve. Hello, Jason. Welcome, everyone. Okay, nice selection turn there. Good, double it all. I don't have a controller plugged in right now. Yes, I do. Let me go use that. That speed things wrong. Oops, wrong controller. Hello, Christy. Welcome. I guess we'll speed it up ever so slightly. Gotta save those seconds. Got a 5-minute pet we need to do. Okay, good. Oh, come on. End your turn. I'm not sure if this team actually can win in under 5 minutes. I should be able to. Most things can. Anything, we'll see. Oh, shouldn't have taken that. That was pointless. Should have just taken a brown and then into blue the following turn. Wasted a turn. No, I don't have mana. There we go, we'll just waste his turn, that's fine. We'll double the green, should be good to go. Good. Oh, they just realized we're using goblins against goblins, that's funny. Hey, it works. Gets the job done. And one more will do it. And we'll be good to go. And done goes. 3 more. I would check how much more time we have, but that would waste like 5 seconds. What do we take? What do we take? Do we just try for double first? Yeah, let's try for double first. Ooh, we don't have a follow-up for it, though. Yes, we do. Perfect. Okay. As long as it doesn't take green here. Perfect. And now we have infinite loop. And should be good to go from here. Ooh, a little bit of bad board there. One more will kill, and he's down. Oh no, I'm just waiting for the time up thing to show up. We're probably at like a minute and a half. I'll find out in a moment. Oh, I'd give him that. As long as it doesn't take too long for his turn. No, stop doing a billion things. Okay, I did not get extra turn from Sky. Sky does not like us today. There we go. As I say that, it actually gives us like an extremely favorable move. Never mind. Immediate lying. Proves me wrong immediately. Positive karma is always good. It's always annoying when you come in and you just have a pet there. Okay, we should be able to make it, hopefully. We have like 30 seconds. I think we could win in 30 seconds. Have to find out. Oh, that did not surge. Should be fine now. He'll take a skull, we'll double. As long as it doesn't miss. Okay, good, we're fine. Run, run, run. Go, go, go. Hit damage quicker. Gotta get like 7 more in. 6 more. 5 more. 4 more. Actually, we only need 3. 2 more. 1 more. Dead. Nope, not dead. Okay, I was right the first time. 1 HP. Really? Did I make it? I made it! Barely! How much time do we have left? Let's see. We made it with 0 seconds left! Yeah! Wow, did we get it like right on the 0? We got it pretty much right on the 0. It's some amount of seconds. I'm not sure why it's not showing the other digit. But we made it in some amount of 0. That's funny. But yeah, it does win in under 5 minutes. Now we know. That's a weird way of testing it. But at least we know now. Anyways, well, speaking of this team, I guess we'll go use this for, we just got done using it, but I need more Warden EXP. Warden and Sunspear, 2 main things we're trying to level at the moment, obviously. But try to get this back on. Hello, Fred, welcome. Oh yeah, 1 AM streams, haha. Yeah, for some time zones, it's at 1 AM. Normally it's, well, it's always at this time. But, yeah, in my time zone, it's actually 3 AM. Yeah, for most of Europe area, it's sometime, like, right in the middle of the night. It's kind of weird. Yeah, we do the morning one every Friday and Saturday, and then we have the extremely late one, I guess, so every other day. At 8 AM Eastern Standard, or 8 PM Eastern Standard Time, I mean. That's late for some time zones. And he's dead. Hello, Tyranny. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. If anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Otherwise, our goal is grinding. Many, many grindings. Gotta get it done. If it's ever time to do it, now is the time. It is a vault event. Best time to grind a game that there ever will be. At least every month for those 3 days. Today, tomorrow, and the following day. You need to gain more loot for pretty much everything you do. There's a few sections that don't have it, like pet battles don't have gnomes, and dungeons don't have gnomes. So basically everything we've done so far actually doesn't have any gnomes. But a good majority of other stuff does. Your daily adventure board does. Your PvP does. Arena does. Challenges does. Quest does. Explore does. The only things that really don't are dungeons, pet battles, delves, and whatever your guild-related event is. So right now that being invasions, which is why we got invasions done prior to this Friday. Speaking of that, I still need to go claim that orb once we go finish out this dungeon. But let's go claim that orb. Hopefully have something good off it, like a major blue. Invasions, claim the orb. Please be blue. Blue or purple? Let's see it. Come on! Purple! Even better than a blue, because I don't really need blues much these days. But purple is 675 gems, so that's pretty nice. Great to see. Haven't used purples for a while. We might need to, though, if we hit another really bad key day like we did last time. Gosh, burned through like every last key we had almost. So, yeah, burned through almost all of our gem keys, almost all of our glory, and like half our seals. But we do have a bunch more seals off of those purple orbs. I almost have a whole another 100,000 just off of purple orbs. It's actually quite a bit. But, oh, that was one of the daily I forgot. Let me go do that real quick. Didn't do the adventure board. We got the 100 gems off the top thing, which is nice. But I didn't do the other 3 things, so let me go do that real quick with some Sunspear. Quick EXP for him anyways. Sunspear still need to get up. I believe it's 93 right now. We want to get it to level 100 by the end of tomorrow. And then work the rest on other hero classes for Sunday. That's probably the game plan at this point. You have 1 gob truffle. You can run the same premise just with web spinner behind it. And it works almost the exact same way. Web spinner ends up creating 9 green. which has a really good chance of being able to extra turn on a board that already has a lot of green from that setup. What's the reason for saving Vault Keys? I am saving Vault Keys for a couple of reasons. The one most immediate reason is they are adding another gnome to the game. It's likely going to be an ingot-related gnome that will drop various ingots. This one we've known for about a year almost now. Yeah, it's almost been about a year that we've known about this, and they recently reconfirmed it during a Q&A, the most recent Q&A, that they're adding that gnome in the somewhat near future. So that new gnome off the drop table, we want to go get that. But the other reason is that they also mentioned that Q&A that they might be buffing the drop table of Vault Keys. Maybe not too much, but more so to be able to get multiple copies of the common troops, since they're pretty hard to get now, obviously, to at least get in bulk. Getting them is not that hard, but getting them in bulk can be excessively annoying. And other than that, oh, should take an extra turn. Oh, never mind, we cascaded it. But the other thing is they might be adding higher risk, higher reward difficulties. And obviously for people later in the game with a lot of stats like ourselves, that will probably be the better way of doing them if they ever do end up implementing it. Because the risk will probably be mitigated just by having higher stats. But we'll have to see exactly what they end up implementing with that, if they even implement something like that. This is something that was kind of brought up in last Q&A. You never know if they might actually end up doing it. But yeah, regardless, there's at least some reason to save Vault Keys right now. Hello, Matt. Welcome. Why do we get gnomes if we have no use for them? They're eventually going to have a kingdom associated to them. But yeah, they are eventually going to be kingdom associated. When that's going to happen, we do not know. That's something that they pretty much always kind of wanted to do. You can even tell by how they have the grouping for it. But, yeah, when that happens, we also don't know. That's one of the other reasons that you might want to save it. So you can actually go and upgrade the Vault Kingdom whenever it becomes a thing. Because even if they release a Vault Kingdom, I'm pretty sure almost the entirety of that drop table will be exclusively only in Vault Keys. Even if they end up adding a kingdom like that. And it might not be a traditional kingdom like how we know all other kingdoms to be, but it's going to be some kind of kingdom to some degree. It might go on its own little system, but still it's going to be relevant to some degree. Who knows, maybe instead of stats, all it gives is like resource bonuses. Which would be pretty cool. But yeah, they might do something unique with it. And as far as the Apocalypse troops, there's a good chance they're putting all of Apocalypse on top of Cinder Mirage. Cinder Mirage currently has the lowest amount of troops of any kingdom. In order to fix that, they're likely just associating everything that's currently in Apocalypse over top of Cinder Mirage. So that all Apocalypse troops are Cinder Mirage, but not all Cinder Mirage troops are Apocalypse. Kind of like how Delves are. All of the Delves troops are of the Delve that they're associated with, but none of the Delve troops other than those are associated to the Delve itself. That's basically how Apocalypse is going to be for Cinder Mirage eventually. Because there's, I believe, 5 Apocalypse troops, which would fix that faction, or that kingdom, from being the lowest kingdom in the game as far as troop amount. What I'm looking for. I'm looking for Apocalypse Kingdom. I believe there's 5. There should be the 4 Horsemen and Xenos. Yep, that's exactly so. 4 Horsemen and Xenos. And I would bring the total from this kingdom up to, like, up to 17. And even at that point, it would still be the lowest of any guild. I mean, of any kingdom. Because I believe this one is 17 or higher. Oh, no, actually, Dragzoom would then be the lowest at that point if they were to do that. Though I believe Dragzoom's getting an event soon to get 2 more troops. But, yeah, that would end up placing it so Dragzoom is the lowest. Which was the second most recent kingdom add to the game. The most recent was Cinder Mirage. And the second most recent is Dragzoom. Can't remember what was before that, though. Actually, don't remember. Anyways, let's go do other things now. We finished all those. Finished everything with this. Okay, other than Delves, I believe we did all of our daily, and I'm not even sure if I'll be doing Delves this weekend, just because we need the, we'd be wasting Gnome time if we did. Anyways, I still need this trait stone. Let me go get more of it, and go farm it down with Quick Sunbird team. We're currently doing it with Sunspear, of course. Yep, and got a gnome immediately. That's exactly what we want to see. Please drop Vault Key. Keep up our luck from earlier. Let's see every Vault Key. Just 5 Vault Keys in a row. Go. Nope, 5 gems though. That's nice. 5 gems in a row. Well, it did something in a row. I'll take it. We do need gems. Actually, I need a lot of gems. I'm going to be burning through, from next Friday to the following Friday. I am going to be burning around... Wait, would it be exactly then? I believe it falls exactly then. But yeah, I believe starting next Friday into the following Friday, I'll be burning through around... You know what? It might actually be the following week. Never mind. But within about 2 weeks, I think I'll burn through 5,000 gems. Between the next hero class, All-Seeing Eye faction, and the new faction. I'm going to burn through like 5,000 gems. Means we need to go get a lot more gems because we're only at like 27,000 right now. So we need like another 3,000. Though we should easily be able to cover about 1,500 of that. How to cover the other 1,500, I'm not quite sure. We'll see what happens with that. That's one of the reasons why we need to go and farm out this Vault event though. And the reason for doing All-Seeing Eye is it's actually required for 17-star Darkstone. It's indirectly required. The kingdom's going to require 2 level 20 pets in, I believe, 2 weeks from now. Only 27k, I know, right? No, there are people that have over 100,000, though. 100,000 gems. I would, too, if I didn't have to do videos for everything. If I never had to do any videos for any content ever, I'd probably be standing at, like 150,000 gems right now. Because the meta is actually to wait on any mythic that is complete trash and just craft it with diamonds instead. We have enough diamonds to craft 13 mythics right now, but I never can because I need to get them out immediately so we can go cover them for videos. Though if we ever do start getting really low on other resources, I might need to start spending diamonds for them. Because it doesn't appear they're going to be adding anything else to use diamonds on. Maybe we'll get a diamond to gem converter. I highly doubt that, though. Wonder what that converter would even be. If it wasn't 1-to-1, it wouldn't be worth it. That'd be a lot of gems to diamonds if we had a 1-to-1 on that. Gosh, that's that'd mean our gem stack is over 70,000 right now. If you could 1-to-1 diamonds to gems. That would definitely be a lot. Because we're currently sitting on, I want to say, if we convert all the shards in, I believe we're sitting on over 50,000 diamonds. All of which are useless to us with how we currently play the game. Let me see, what's the actual head count on that? It's, let's go do the math. Math time! It is, actually, let me get the actual number for this and don't accidentally click it. I believe there's a warning button on it. Oh, wow! We almost finally have enough shards that our shards make up an entire mythic. I need to get a screenshot of that if we can get it exactly. I ideally want to try getting that exactly. But that would be really funny once we have enough shards that our shard pile is a mythic in itself. That is hilarious. But yeah, I guess we don't even need to bring out a calculator for this. Let's add 4,000 to that and then minus 40. So that's 52,001. That's 52,074. We have 52,074 diamonds. That is enough to craft 13 mythics, right? Yeah. We have enough to craft 13 mythics right now. So exactly what I said earlier. We have enough to craft 13 mythics. It shows 12 just because we haven't converted the shards to a mythic yet. Or to diamonds, I mean. But yeah, 13 mythics. All useless to us. What do we take? Move that over for now, get a firebomb going, get a sunbird in there, and just wipe it out, one shot. Can weapons be dropped randomly from farming because when you were farming today, you got golden sun somehow? No. There is no way to get them randomly from farming. I have no clue how you would have gotten it other than just from leveling up. I don't think it's associated with any kingdom or anything. maybe you finally got a level up that ended up reaching it based on how much mastery you had. But if you're a higher level, then you probably already had it. But if you're a lower level, you still get weapons up to about level 200, 300. Somewhere around there. What? Did I do the math wrong? How did I do the math wrong? I'm almost guaranteed that was right. But I am a little tired right now, so maybe I did get it wrong. I'm almost guaranteed I did not do that math wrong, though. All we had to do was add 4,000 to that. Took too long. Yeah, I got the right answer. Amount of time doesn't matter. We got it right. That's the main thing that matters. It's hard talking, playing, and doing math simultaneously. Let's see. Oh, do you mean that one sun weapon thing? Yeah, that shouldn't be obtainable from levels. It should only be obtainable from Soulforge, and that's it, currently. That one sun weapon thing. Like that one that tears all armor and gives you a bunch of gold. That should only be available through Soulforge. Yeah, that's weird if you got it from a level up or something like that. That shouldn't be possible. Unless they quite literally, like today, added some kind of new feature for that. I'll go double check. I didn't actually check the Gems of War forum earlier, assuming that they didn't post anything, because it's just a Vault event thing. But who knows, maybe they updated something. A new way to gain old weapons. Let's see. 9 new ones. Highly doubt it, though. Fixes going out today. Faction Pets, Vash Dagon, and Spell Text. Oh! Did they finally rebuff Vash Dagon to have Dispel? Let's see. Faction Pets will now show up in Unowned. Yeah, that was weird that they weren't earlier. We have released a Vash Dagon fix that should resolve instances where it freezes the game. Is that all they fixed? You have there's so many things wrong with that troop, and that's what you fix. Just crashes. Well, I guess that makes sense to fix that. But still, we have reworked the spell for Knight Coronet and Giant Crab to better reflect how their spell works. Finally, because they work differently than all the other things that have the exact same wording. This change explains that they can deal damage twice to the to the last enemy. Yeah, it's really weird because they always had the same exact wording as other things that were capable of doing that, or weren't capable of doing that. But they had the exact same text as if they could, or because they could. Yeah, those are the only two that were ever able to do that. Knight Coronet spell now says remove all purple gems, deal damage to first enemy, boosted by gems removed. Then deal the same to the last enemy. And then Giant Crab spell says deal damage to first enemy, and then the last enemy. Then switch them. Okay, so their abilities finally have correct wording. Except the only problem is, why didn't they buff Vash Dagon? They only fixed the glitch with it, but they didn't buff it. And technically one of the buffs is a glitch on their part, kind of. Because if they were to make it uniform and make it like how Black Beast works, they should have an invisible dispel on it. That it works on Bless and Devour. I mean, it works on Bless and Barrier. Because currently it does not work on Bless and Barrier. They ended up adding that to Black Beast soon after Dispel came out. Or maybe not soon after. But after some time Dispel came out. They added it to Black Beast so that his spell would interact better. And it would make a lot of sense to add it to that mythic. Because it's the exact same premise. Another gnome. Please drop Vault Key. That is such a useless gnome. Otherwise, that is the absolute best one to get a Vault Key off of. Not just because a Vault Key is good, but because everything on that drop table is horrible. Even if we get diamonds, I don't need diamonds. Yep, it gives us shards. Well, we're almost at enough shards to craft an entire mythic. I guess that's one step closer. I definitely need to screenshot that once we finally have that. I'm pretty sure other people have gotten it before many times over. But it's funny if we could get it exactly on the exact amount of shards required for a mythic. So that it shows 4,000 diamonds. How are we doing on Vault event today? 10 Vault keys. All within 3.5 hours of each other. Haven't gotten any since. Also because I haven't been doing much grinding since earlier midday today. Oh, well, never mind. 11. Well then, that proved me wrong. Oh, off a glory gnome though. Why? Why must you do it on the best gnome? But at least it's still probably decent. Anyways, at least we got one. 11 Volkeys. Oh no, do we have to stream until we get a 12th? We kind of should go for the dozen, shouldn't we? It's tempting. It's very tempting. I don't want to say I will just because it could take like literally 5 hours to get one. But I don't know, hopefully we'll get another one. Let me have to go hand out a code. Since we did just get a since we did just get a vault key. Normally on the later stream, we hand one out as soon as we get a vault key. Just because the stream's a little bit shorter. I believe it was this one. It's the one we need to hand out for the code thingy thing. Where do I put the code thingy thing? Right over here. Put that there. Redeem, refresh, paste. Put it right over here. Paste. Copy, and there it goes. There's the redeem code. Enjoy. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section, or simply click on that link. Invite codes found in your settings menu. Redeem code is right over there in chat. And give the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And only works on PC mobile version. Finally got your first key of the day. Very nice. Very, very nice. Do you get anything good off of it, or are you saving it? Have I tried to open the key this event? Guildmate opened quite a few, and rewards seem to be buffed. Nope, I don't believe they have done any buff. Probably completely coincidental if they or do seem higher. Though there are quite a few big drops, so if you're getting the luckier drops, it could seem like that. But there's quite a few drops that it has that are worth over 100 gems, or exactly 100 gems. There's 100 gems, there's 15 event keys, there's 20 gem keys, there's 250 gems. There's small purple orb, there's small blue orb, there's big purple orb, there's big blue orb, and there is 250 gem drop, if I didn't already say that. I believe that's all the drops that are worth 100 gems or more. So what is that in total? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, sorry, 8. There are 8 drops that Cedric has that are above 100 gems. In value. So if you get really lucky just by alternating between those 8 drops, then it will seem like you're getting a lot of good drops from it. Wow, 6 blues and 9 keys. That is pretty lucky. But yeah, based on his percent chance of drops, I believe he has around a 30 to 40% chance that you get a drop worth more than 100 gems. Somewhere's around there. Actually, I believe it's closer to 30%. But it's pretty high. Though you can get long streaks where you keep getting useless stuff. But it is still pretty high that you get above 100 gem value, or exactly 100 gem value. And it's not even counting the other 3 gnome drops either. Okay, grab that over. Get our explosion. Lost a little bit of our mana, and then we just Thunderbird wipe. And then we did. No. A Black Beast cannot devour things that are immune to devour. Nor can Vashtagon. They are incapable of devouring anything that is immune to devour. However, one exception that Black Beast has, because of its Dispel, is it can devour things that have immune to devour via barrier or bless. But neither of them can devour anything that has immune to devour via traits, because neither of them place curse on their ability. Though that would make sense if they had an invisible curse on their ability as well. Because this spell didn't exist when they gave that small tweak to Black Beast. It would kind of make sense to have it like that, but they definitely should at least add Dispel to Vashtagan, if nothing else. Because there is some strategy in deliberately casting, like, for example, Black Beast onto something that has immune to Devour. Because you would make sure you don't devour them, but you would still get the 6 skull creation. But there's no reason why Vashtagan shouldn't have Curse or Dispel on its ability. Thematically, it should have Curse on it, so that it has a slight difference between it and Black Beast, so that it actually can devour things that have immune to Devour, which will give it some uniqueness compared to the other thing. And it would also work thematically with the fact that its ability is Spam Curse as well, its final trait. Hopefully it'll do that buff eventually. The other buff it needs is it needs the full heal whenever it does its ability. If they add those two things, Curse on Skull and full heal, to Vashtagan, it'll be usable as a pretty viable troop. But until they do that, it's going to be near useless. Soul Gnome, please drop Volky. You know you want to. Let's see your second Volky of the stream. Make it a dozen for today. Nope, 5,000 souls though. At least it's best drop that isn't a Volky. Better than nothing. Okay, let's go for that for now. Get our explosion. Nothing to kill here, that's useful. Let's move that down. Come on, give us the gnomes. You know you want to. But I'm curious what kind of loot we'll end up getting off of our keys. I almost want to open some now, but I really should need to save them. The only reason I kind of want to open them now, too, is we'd probably get some gems from it. Like, direct gems. Like, if we were to open all of them, we'd probably get somewhere around 500 gems, if not more. Physical gems that we could use towards those other events that we need to go do soon. And that would definitely help close the gap to us getting 5,000 more gems within the next few weeks. And by 5,000 more gems, I mean 3,000 more gems. I need 5,000 excess gems to do the 3 things that we need to do within the next few weeks. Which is new hero class, new faction, and all-seeing eye for the faction pet. Now, the biggest issue is that extra expense of like 1,500 to 2,000 gems. But I guess all the glory keys we opened earlier from the most recent mythic will kind of close that gap slightly. Not sure if anyone did the exact math on it. I know I didn't, but I believe it was somewhere around 600 to 700 gems that we ended up getting from that. From when we opened all of the glory keys that we had. I think it was like 12,000 glory keys or something. Which I believe is above average, actually, for that amount of keys. So we got a bit lucky. Glory keys can drop, I believe, 2, 3, or 4 gems per thing. And I believe it's a static drop rate of 2.5%? I forget. It tells you on that one screen. You get either 2 or 3 or 4 gems. And gold keys just give 1 or 2 gems. And they also has only a 1% chance on gold keys, which is a lower rate than the rate that glory keys has. Plus it's less gems, so a lot less overall. It's like less than half the amount of gems. Oh, so thank you, Gulium, for your subscribe. Much appreciated. Hello, Bobby. Welcome. If I was in charge of Gems of War for a day, what changes would you make? Let's see. You gem gnomes would vanish. Or you mean the jewel gnome, I assume. But oh, there'd be too many things I would try doing. There's like a billion things I would want to do to tweak the game. Let's move that over and then throw Sunbird. Yep, that didn't kill because 25% spell reduction. Hello, Captain! Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I don't have another drop to take some of the kind of mana that I need there. For now, let's take green, I guess. Grab that. Take a... what do we want? Take that for now. Get a board shuffle. Grab the mana we need. You have Zugoff, but not a single Jewel Gnome. That can happen. Getting one copy of every single one of the gnomes can be very annoying. It's one of the reasons why we're even holding and hoarding all of our keys. One of the other reasons is if we do want that new mech gnome that's coming out, that's going to drop the ingots in order to get the physical gnome itself, at least in the current state of the game. It's going to require a lot of vault keys. We could open 50 and still not get it. Okay, please have a vault key. Give us a second one for the stream. That'll also be a dozen for today. Come on. There we go. We hit it. I got it. We got our dozen. Now let's go get a baker's dozen. But yeah, 12 today. 2 within... Seriously, what is with our rate today? I've been getting 2 per... I've been getting 1 per 20 minutes. I've been consistently keeping that this entire time. We're not even 40 minutes in. We have 2 vault keys. Oh, hopefully that means we're getting 1 more vault key to stream if we're going for an hour. So if we keep up this rate, I should just be doing it infinitely. I assume we'd eventually stop getting this lucky, but it hasn't stopped yet. We've been 1 vault key every 20 minutes for like 4 hours straight now. Yeah, that's why we stopped streaming earlier, so that you guys could go and get the Volkey luck. Haha. But no, we were getting absurdly good Volkey luck today. I'm not sure why. But we were getting way above the drop rate. We're getting like 4 times above the drop rate right now. With how many keys we're getting. It's about 1 every 90 minutes. I'm not sure what the exact drop rate is, but it comes out... If you're winning 3 per minute, it comes out to approximately 1 every 90 minutes. On average, somewhere around there. And we're currently 1 every 20 minutes. Which, based on that, is 4.5 times faster than average. Or 4.5 times luckier than average, I should say. Do you want to drop a vault key too? Also, that's one weird thing that we've been getting unlucky on, though. I have not gotten a single 1000 glory drop off a glory gnome all day. Which is really weird, despite how many vault keys we've been getting. Oh, I lied. We just got one. Okay, that makes up for it. 1000 glory drop off, it's amazing. It's the best drop that isn't a vault key on any gnome. It's worth about 45 gems. Because 50 glory keys is worth about 5 gem keys, and 5 gem keys is worth 45 gems. There's an argument to be made that 50 glory keys is even better than 5 gem keys. Do I stream every day? Yeah, I stream every single day. We stream every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 hour prior to now every single day. Whatever that time is for your time zone. 1 hour prior to now every day. And we also stream normally Friday and Saturday mornings. Time tends to vary, but normally it's around 10 a.m. to noon start, somewhere around there. And then we normally go for a few hours in those mornings. Normally covering whatever new content comes in, though obviously on this weekend we grind for gnomes. Yeah, unless I got sick. Yeah, unless I get like really sick or holidays or mini vacations, it tends to be every single day. Unless something comes up that is unplanned or something that takes up a long period of time. But yeah, generally every single day. There's very few exceptions to that. Yeah, I still have that cough, by the way. It's like an asthmatic cough, so it lasts forever. It's almost gone, though, but it's still been coughing. Not nowhere near as bad, obviously, as it initially was. It was only really bad for, like, that first week and a half. And it still hasn't gone away completely. It's most noticeable in the morning and at night. We'll take that down for now. Yeah, that cough almost lasted for like a little over a month now. Without still going all the way away. Though it feels like it's almost all the way away. Also, I got a whole thing of cough drops just in case. I ended up buying, because I had to keep going out to buy them. I bought like a gigantic jumbo bag. It's like bigger than my head. Like this is size comparison. It is pretty much the size of my head. It is that big. They're actually pretty small themselves though. The actual thingies. Well, you can't really tell by size comparison. I don't have like a normal one here to size compare it to. But just so I wouldn't have to keep getting more cough drops, it's like, okay, let me just buy a gigantic bag. And it solved that problem. Also got honey ones for once. I actually prefer the honey ones. I'm not sure why I haven't been buying that. I guess because some brands just don't have it sometimes. Yeah, the cough was really annoying. Not just for the stream, but for probably everyone. Because it's hard for me to talk, and it had constant coughing in the stream background. But now that is mostly fixed. I'll take that down for now. Get the other thing. Grab a... Wait, I have nothing else to grab here. Take that for now. But it's weird that I had an asthmatic reaction, though, to the flight. Someone just must have been sick, because I haven't had asthma since, around 14 years old. It's been like a decade since the previous time I had, like, any bad reaction to it. It was really weird that I just randomly had one. I thought I actually grew out of it, but apparently not. That's something with the flight. Probably a combination of lack of sleep plus people being sick. What probably caused it. You heard me talking about the reason you use Shegra's Heart is for loop chance. Is the Forest Troll Goblin team. Wouldn't Titanus Fan be a better option? What does it do? I'm pretty sure it has no extra turn chance. Does it? That or it cleanses everything except itself might have been the other issue. Let me go double check. What does Titanus Fan do? I know it has cleanse on it. I don't believe it had any extra turn chance though. It has like enchant and some other stuff, but the enchant aspect's not what we need. We need the extra turn preservation. Yeah, I'll go double check its colors. I believe we did look at it, but there was something wrong with it that made it not worth it. And I believe it was a lack of gem spawn. I don't recall that having a gem spawn. It was either a lack of gem spawn or it didn't cleanse itself. Oh, it removes blue, that's why. It's not as consistent. It's a lot better to spawn a gem than to remove blue. 7 reds is going to have a higher chance of hitting an extra turn than removing blue on a board that barely has any blue. But yeah, that's probably the main thing that it had going against it then. Yeah, Titania's Fan. Remove blue. Yeah, I guess that's the main thing. It does create 1 green, though. With a chance that 1 green would end up landing. I don't know. I guess it would have a decent chance after removing all blue. We could give it a shot and see. I guess we'll test a couple teams, because I forgot it creates the 1 green. This is probably the only instance in the history of creating 1 gem when the 1 gem creation is actually potentially really good. Even though it's only 1 gem, we're going to have so many... we're going to have so many green on the board that might actually be fine. Yeah, I'll go test it real quick and see. The fact that he uses green will make it so it probably works. Because we get the mana filled automatically. We'll give it a shot. I still feel like 7 red would be a more consistent method. We'll give it a shot and see. Yep, it's frozen. It does cleanse everything, including itself, right? Oh yeah, that's the other issue with it. That was actually the main reason why I didn't use it. I remember now. There was one really specific reason why we didn't use it. It does not have cleanse. Oh no, never mind. Wait, no. Yeah, it doesn't have cleanse for itself. Because unless it has off its perk thingy. Oh, it does. Cleanse myself. Never mind. It has off a curing. I must not have noticed that earlier. Okay. Because that would have been one big issue if it didn't have cleanse for itself. I think I might have looked at that, but not looked at its perks. That's probably what happened earlier. But yeah, it actually does have cleanse for itself off of the perk. It does not on the ability itself, but one of its perks ends up gaining it. Let's see. I'm actually going to deliberately get his mana up because I want to double green so we go get Fan real quick. Because I want to see what kind of chance we'll have to get an extra turn off it. Probably really low, but the other thing was also pretty low. We might actually lose if we're not careful. So we'll grab that for now. Trying to test this and I might just die trying to test it. I am. I would have played that battle a little bit differently if it wasn't for the fact that I was trying to test that. But it will. Come on, Fan. Okay, let's just do it on fire bombs. Won't matter. All we need to do is get the mana going. All we want to see is its extra turn chance. And spam it a few times. Alright, let's just get his mana all the way up. Should be able to do that in one more turn. And then we just double the green and should be able to get it rolling. Okay, let's see. Let's try it again and see what happens. Oh, never mind, we're going to win before then. Let's see. I don't know, I still feel like Sugar's Heart would be a better option. I'm still leaning towards Sugar Heart. Wait, that has Entangle on it too, that's kind of cool. I'm still leaning towards the Sugar Heart. The only thing that would make me say otherwise if it had a Green Storm. I don't think it does. But yeah, it does get 1 mana to all other allies, Cleanse Self, the extra green, and Fairy Fire for first enemy. Which actually is somewhat useful. Oh, wait, it doesn't have Entangle, never mind. But it does have that cleanse, it does have that thing, it does have a life gain, and it does have the removal of blue. So it definitely does more than Sugar's Heart. But the main thing of why we use Sugar Heart to begin with is it has the highest extra turn chance. And I believe that still would be the case. You'd have a little bit more consistency with that weapon in knowing, not this one, but in the Fan. In that you would know exactly where it's going to go with all the removals. But I still believe Sugar's Heart has the better chance of extra turning. Like if we go into a battle right here, well, we might not be able to get in one cast. 7 reds on a board that already has about 6 or 7 reds should be able to land. Maybe not every time, but with better consistency than the removal of blue. We'll even go test it and see on when we have it, the alignment for it, or when we finally have the board, I mean. Once we finally have mana on it, like right here. Would removal of blue give us an extra turn right here? The answer is no. Because that would drop down by 1, that would drop down by 2. The enemy would get an extra turn, we wouldn't. And yeah, none of that would drop into it. So we know for sure that the other one wouldn't. Though this also isn't because there's so few reds on the board currently. Let's see if a second cast will. Let's see, come on, give us the mana. Just gonna swipe it just to see. Oh, never mind, that wasn't full mana. That was also not full mana. Fine, we'll do it that way. Oh, never mind, that kills that battle. That's how you would normally generate it. And a 7 red gem spawn would give a better extra turn chance than removal of blue plus 1 green. How much better the chance is specifically, I don't know. But I'm almost guaranteed the chance is better. What do you take here? Green to green, I guess we'll go for that. Oh no, he would have given us that extra turn for free if he didn't end up getting that. Unfortunate. I don't have a drop for that, so I guess we just take greens to get it rolling. I give him some blue, but it's fine. As long as he doesn't go too crazy. I should be fine. Got a few diseases to deal with, but as long as this lands. Hey, duh, let's go use Sugar's Heart. Haha. And go cleanse it. Just remove everything from the board. Go for it. Nope, missed the extra turn as well. Bottom line, they're always going to have a low chance extra turn. Regardless of which way you're going. Because that also wouldn't have had alignment on blue. Is King Gobtruffle in chests? No. He's only obtained from Chaos Shards on the Amethrax Kingdom. So technically he always is in chests. Because you can just use him in... he's not in the normal chest drop table. But you can just throw shards at him to get him at any time you want. So he's a really easy troop to go and get. But no, he's never going to be in the chest drop table. He's only obtainable by throwing Chaos Shards at the portal in Amethrax. But it should only take you about 200 to 1,000 shards to do it. Which is relatively cheap. You can get that within a week. Yeah, he's insanely good for how easy he's insanely good for how easy he is to obtain. He's one of the best legends, or even just one of the best troops in the game right now, and you can obtain him within a week or less. Anyways, I don't know. We'll go test Fan more into the future and see, but I'm still probably sticking with Sugar's Heart personally. Go grab the redeem code from earlier. If any of you haven't claimed it yet, I'm not sure if it's still active, but there's the code. Let's see. How many treasure maps do I have? Currently, I am sitting at 16,271 maps. We have way too many. Yeah, I stopped counting after 10,000. Actually, I stopped counting over 9,000! But no, we have way too many. It's over 16,000 now. It is absurdly high. Way too many maps. Using that many maps takes like 300 hours or something. Somewhere around there. Takes a ridiculously large amount of time. You can plan an extra turn by moving stuff around. Yeah, I guess you could do that, plan that out a little bit more. Though any board that has over 10 gems should be able to get an extra turn if you just keep moving stuff as well. They can both in their own way end up planning the board. Though you would have more direct board control from the fan, that is correct. Because you know specifically what's being removed. How many gems do you plan on spending on a new hero class? Probably around 1,500. The plan is to get it within grindable range of that Friday so that I can cover the video either later on that Friday or on Sunday. I mean on Saturday. Ideally, I do want to cover the video on the day of. So for that reason, I might just buy enough to get level 40 and then cover it in the morning. I'm not sure. Because this hero class, we can kind of wait on getting level 70. Even though I'd want to manually go grind it out and get it on the weekends. I think the video doesn't necessarily need it. Because we'd only use it for an extra +1 blue. And it already has +2 blue. And while +3 blue is obviously better than +2 blue, +2 blue looks enough like +3 blue that it wouldn't make any too much of a noticeable difference. But how you would use the hero class. Like the premise of how you would use it would still effectively function the same. Because there's a big difference between +1 and +0 compared to +2 and +3. +2 and +3 looks very similar. +0 and +1 act very differently. So this will be the first hero class ever where we have +3 on a hero, or on anything. There's currently nothing that's +3 into the same color. I guess technically you can consider Queen Aurora as a +6, but she does it for all different colors. This will be the first instance we have +3 in the same color. And the closest thing we have to that now is Priest hero class, which is +2 into yellow. When am I gonna do those maps? Never. Or until they buff maps. Whichever comes first. They have no intention of doing them anytime soon. Unless they substantially buff maps or allow multi-use maps or something. Kind of like how you can use multiple sigils to get like extra bonuses. If they did that for maps, it might be worth it. Like if we could use 5 maps, 10 maps or something for maybe extra bonus or some kind of benefit to the map itself. Maybe change up gameplay somehow. Some kind of advanced map mode for 10 maps or something like that. That would also be a good glory sink if they wanted to, because that means it would cost 300 glory per map play if they did some kind of advanced game mode that required 10 maps. And it would also allow them to add a diversify the game mode a bit more, since the actual gameplay of maps has never been updated. They've rebalanced the loot several times for maps. However, the gameplay itself for maps has never changed since day 1 of maps, other than the amount of turns you get to start with. You originally got to start with 15 turns, then they changed it. Then they changed it to what it currently is, which is 8 plus up to 6 based on the how far you got the guild statue up, the green one. The max amount. Oh no, you dare leave. There we go. We got it. He almost escaped the glory gnome. But yeah, the effective amount of starting turns is actually less now than it used to be. You used to be able to have 15 starting turns regardless. Now it's 14 starting turns, and that's only if you have a level 100 green statue for your guild or higher. And it never goes higher than that. I guess that's something else that multi-map uses could do. You could start with a higher amount of starting turns. Like using 5 maps at once to start with like, I don't know, 30 turns? I don't think that would be worth it though. If that was the only thing it did. Blackhawk hero class. It brings in a very, 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 very ridiculously powerful weapon. It's going to be bringing in a weapon that's similar to that of the Skeleton Key, except twice the damage, but with no extra turn and with random target. It's not going to be better than Skeleton Key in every instance, however, it's still going to be a really strong weapon. With one of the best damage outputs for PvP. But yeah, it's coming next Friday. In 6 days and like 6 hours, we'll be getting it. Yeah, 1 week from today. Oh, another glory gnome, exactly what we want to see. Please drop 1,000 glory or vault key. Come on, let's get that baker's dozen. Let's get 13 vault keys today. You know you want to. Nope, another 500 glory. At least between that and the previous one, we got 1,000 glory. 2 500s. Take that for now. Hopefully get a cascade. Good, perfect, exactly what we needed, and he's dead. So I've almost been using controller barely at all. Always connected so we can get these done quicker. Yeah, I'm barely even touching it. I should probably try figuring out how to get the Joy-Cons working for PC. Because having one of them and one in the hands would be a lot easier than having a physical controller down here. Because I wouldn't need to have my arm down here. Also, it'd be a lot easier to type with a Joy-Con in the hand, rather than having to switch down from the controller down to keyboard. Because I wouldn't need to drop the Joy-Con to type. Because you could still hold it with your thumb while you type with your other 4 fingers. I tried getting it to work earlier. I got it to connect, but its inputs were incorrect. I would have to go check on the big picture thing on Steam and try getting it to work that way. It'd be funny getting it working though. That's such a weird controller. It's such an innovative controller, but it's still weird. And some people complain that it's too small, but I actually almost consider that a benefit of the controller. I feel like the biggest benefit the controller has, oddly enough, is when you're using both of them simultaneously, which is really annoying to set up for PC. I would only be using one of them, not both. But you can use it basically has arrow-based analog buttons, which ends up working a lot better for quite a few games. Because it's more like how a keyboard works rather than how a controller works with the pad. Like, I never really cared for D-pads on any controller. They just seem so clunky compared to just having 4 separate buttons for it. It feels a lot more like how you would normally play a PC game with the movement of WASD, or not WASD, what are the things? Yeah, WASD. It feels more like that movement, or arrow key movement, compared to a analog stick. Or an analog buttons, whatever that thing is called. Yeah, I know. I used it for the. I used the controller at the beginning of the stream, didn't barely touched it. I'm using it right now, though. You can tell by how quickly we're going through the in-between screens. It's one of the main reasons why I'd want to use controller. Now we can quick cast. It ends up shaving off around 1 to 2 seconds per battle, which adds up to be a lot of time, given these battles go relatively quick. But it gets through the loading screen area a little bit quicker, through all that typing that we do prior, and it allows us to quick cast better. Make sure we never misclick, and it does it quicker than you could ever do with mouse. Because the quickest we can do this is by clicking there and there. We can do that relatively quick, but we can easily misclick on it, like we just did. But with this, you don't have to worry about it. And for these troops, you don't have to move all the way over there. All you have to do is just do that, and you get it immediately. It ends up saving a second or two in these short battles. That adds up to be about probably 2 battles worth of time, or more than 2 battles worth of time. It's like 6 battles worth of time over the course of an hour is how much time it ends up saving. Possibly even more than that. And any controller works, as long as Steam can recognize it. Literally any controller will work for that, but it has to be controller. Because for whatever reason, they don't have keyboard support for this game. And I'm not sure rebinding it to a mouse will work. Because the game might pick it up as hacking if you use some kind of hotkey program for it. So it's best just to use any controller. So almost any controller these days will hook up to your PC. Like, I'm pretty sure every modern controller will. I can't really think of one that wouldn't. What's this about you not liking alcohol? I'm that old, and it's the only way you smile. Ta! Oh no, I just never drank. And I have a relatively addictive personality for various things, so I just kind of always stayed away from alcohol. Just because I know I wouldn't control my consumption of it if I ever did get into it. So I just avoid it altogether. Plus, I don't care for it. Why'd I take that? That actually gave us no progress whatsoever. Alcohol is definitely not good for you. Any alcohol consumption is not good for you. Though there are some studies that say like some amount of wine is okay. But any amount of the alcohol specifically is not good for you. Like, really small amounts occasionally won't hurt you that much. But any amount is still not really supposed to be consumed. What do we take? We'll take that over. Get a purple. We'll just take that into purple there. And the split kill. Okay, I'll take that for now. Get our explosion. I want to say we'll go until we get one more Volkey, though I already got that one Volkey I said we'd stay until we get. Ta. I don't know, still want to get a baker's dozen. But how good our luck has been on it, I almost want to just keep going, but I don't know, it seems like we're going dry. We haven't gotten a key for 30 minutes now. Gasp. We're supposed to keep one key per 20 minutes. We've been way too overly lucky so far on keys. You're gonna give us a Volkey, right? Come on, give us that baker's dozen. Give us that 13th key. You know you want to. We've only hit 13 keys in a single day, I think like 2 or 3 times ever. Even 12 like we've hit right now, I think we've only ever done like 4 times or so. Nope, 20,000 gold though. We've gotten almost every possible gold drop from him this weekend. We got 50, I think the only one we haven't gotten yet is 30,000. We got 2,500, 4,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000, and 50,000. The only one I believe I'm missing that he has is a drop is 30,000. I believe the only one we haven't gotten this weekend. How much is a baker dozen? 13. It's one more than a dozen. Alcohol only kills the slower brain cells. Is that actually fact? I've never heard anything that specifically mentioned that. Though I don't think you would want to kill any of your brain cells, given that they're limited. You'll stick to cannabis over booze. I don't know. I never really get in any kind of mood where I feel like I would need to drink. Like, I'm not even sure what that mood would even be. Like, I'm pretty much, like, always happy. It's very rare. And even when I'm depressed, I normally just sleep it off, and normally just being extremely introverted for a little while will fix that after a bit. And just don't talk with anyone. Okay, please drop Volkey. You know you want to. Give us the 13th key. Nope, 5 gems though. It's a good drop. Not his best drop, but far from his worst. The not good kind of mood. Oh no, that's what gaming is for. Let's see, take that over. That or spending time with friends. Or sleeping. Let's see, we'll take that. Okay, I think we'll end on next Gnome, regardless if it's Volkey or not. So if anyone still has any other questions, let me know. Yeah, we got a dozen. I'm happy with that. A dozen in a day. It's definitely perfectly fine. And how's Sunspear doing, by the way? Level 94. And we'll easily be able to get that to 100 tomorrow and then go from there. And we almost have the other thing up to 93. That one's almost 95. And now we're gonna take like forever just to find one gnome, aren't we? Probably. That's how it goes. Whenever you're like deliberately trying to find it, it's like, nope, we're never gonna come out. Hopefully we'll get a glory gnome as the last one. At least get some kind of good drop, even if we don't get a key. Hello, Mithuth. Welcome. Oh, what's that clicking noise? Oh yeah, it is a bit noisy. That's why I wanted to go use the Joy-Con, because it doesn't make as much noise. It's this. It's so we can quick cast. It's the controller. It does that. And that. And all these screens without doing any mouse buttons, because I'm not doing anything with the other hands. But it's to quickly cast everything and to get through those in-between screens. It saves about 1 to 2 seconds each time. That's what that clicking noise is. Problem is, like, every controller I have other than that Joy-Con's actually slightly clicky. I think that just has to do with how GameCube controllers are in general. I actually like the clicky sounds. You know the controller's working when they are clicky. Oh no, I actually like them. But I am going to try setting up the Joy-Con, probably maybe tomorrow, and see. Because I know that makes almost no noise whatsoever, if we can get that working. Do I use shortcuts to cast? No, I just use the controller for it. You're not allowed to really set up like hotkey related shortcuts on like keyboard or anything. Otherwise the game might pick it up as botting. But if you just simply put it on, if you go into Steam and you set it through the Steam big picture mode where you can revamp controllers, that will not have it pick up as botting because it's a valid input for the game and a controller. But if you try like modding keyboard like with its external program to Steam, it could potentially pick it up as botting. So just be aware of that. But the easiest way to do that is just use a controller in Steam's big picture, set it up for the game to have the hotkey layout that you want, and then just use it for that. The only main button you need is the A button, or whatever you have assigned to the A button. Because you need that for confirming all the things that we're doing right now. So you use mouse for all the quicker things like hovering over stuff and similar things. And you use the A button to quickly go through these in-between screens and the quick cast abilities. It's the only button I'm using, quite literally, is the whatever button you have assigned to A on your controller. It's the only button you need for all this. We're not using the controller for anything else other than that, but it ends up saving a lot of time overall. Any idea if the Vault troops are coming? Or when the new Vault troops are coming? We know that they are coming. Exactly when, we do not know. Could be next patch. Could be the patch after next patch. We have no clue currently. I assume it'd be patch after next patch, but there is a possibility it's just in next patch. We have no way of knowing until we get the patch notes for it. If it is next patch, that means it's in about a month from now, the new gnome. But there's a good chance it'll be in patch after next patch. Also could be 2024, gosh. Definitely won't be that long. Though, they did say a while ago that we'd get a friends list, and then they never did it. And at that point, that feature could be added in 2022 or something if we ever do end up getting it. We're probably just never going to get it. Especially with how many versions are on right now, it's going to be something hard to implement on all the different versions. But who knows, maybe they'll finally implement it. Because they have to implement it differently for every single platform. Because Steam would need it differently, Switch would need it differently, Xbox One would need it differently, PS4 would need it differently, and by the time they finally get around to it, PS5 would need it differently, And whatever that new Xbox console is called would need it differently. So we'd have to do it a lot of different ways if they were to ever add friends lists, which is probably why they're never going to do it. This is probably too overcomplicated for the amount of time it would take relative to what it would do. They're also concerned with adding a private messaging system to the game. Which was their other reasoning behind not doing it. And one of the reasons why they might never do it. I'd still love the capability of being able to battle friends in real time. Even if that's the only feature they ever add for real time in this game. But it did mention if they ever add real time, it's something that they might end up implementing into this game. But it said it would take them like multiple patches to get it done, with almost all those patches dedicated towards the multiplayer aspect. And if they ever did, it would only be like a small aspect of the game. It wouldn't obviously replace out PvP. It would just be like a new minigame that would have real-time multiplayer or something similar. And probably the capability of being able to battle your friends and people in global. Why are they concerned? I don't know, something about, I don't know, there's some kind of aspect around it. I forgot what their exact wording was for it. But there's some kind of issue with private messaging that they want to avoid. Mainly due to people harassing each other and stuff like that. Which is a weird reason not to want to have it, though. But I believe something along the lines of that was the reasoning behind not wanting to implement private messaging. I know, but they have a block feature. I know, it's kind of weird, because they do have a proper block feature. Yet, yeah, all you'd have to do is block them. I don't think I've ever blocked anyone anywheres, ever. It's not a feature I normally use, ever. Australia, nanny state more than likely than anything, haha. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Australian culture at all. And by not familiar, I mean I have no clue. Like, not even remotely close. Hey, level 95. I guess we'll end it at that. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions, any other comments, any other concerns? And there's our final gnome. And we got level 95 on Sunspear. And who knows, maybe we'll get ultra lucky and this will be a Volky. You know you want to. Come on, Volky. Come on, Volky. Come on, 13th. 13th Volky, go. No! I want to keep going to get a Volky, but I know we'll be here for like another hour if I do. These will keep getting unlucky. No, we'll Zen now. Because the second I say I will go until we get another Volky, we will be here for like 3 hours. With excessively bad luck. But anyways, any other questions? Any other anythings? Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow morning, sometime around 10, 11, 12 or so. And we'll be grinding out the gnomes for a couple hours. Then we'll be back tomorrow night, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll be grinding out, or actually an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow at this point. And we'll be back doing more gnome grind, as we will be all this weekend, obviously. Definitely highly advise doing the same. Explore is one of the best locations for it. However, challenges also work pretty well. Quest lines also work pretty well if you haven't done them. And PvP and Arena are also okay, though challenges and Explore are the two main locations for it. Even though everywhere has the same drop rate for it. The more you win, the quicker you win, the more chances you'll have for gnomes. So because challenges and Explorer have the quickest win rate, you want to stay in those locations. And even though Explore is theoretically slightly slower than challenges, it's normally better to do Explore because the better trait stone drop rates, as well as the extra 500 gold that you get per battle, which ends up stacking up to be quite a bit of gold over time, which overall makes it better. I know, that's a little baby level for the next 4,000 gold. 4,000 gold's like 0, though. It's like a minute worth of gold. I believe the gold rate per hour these days is around 300,000, I want to say. It's somewhere around 200 to 300,000. I forget exactly what it is at this current moment in time. But what does 4,000 come into? That's like not even a minute. It's like 30 seconds or less of gold. But it adds up. Okay, come on, Volky. This is our final true last gnome with our boss. The boss right there blocking our path. He just hates giving us quick explores. Please give Volky. Yes! We did it! 13 Volkies! We're done. We got it. See, that's why you keep going. We got it. 13 Volkies. Baker's dozen. And that's also one of the most amount of Volkies we've ever gotten on a day. I think that's our second highest. I actually forget what our highest was at this point. 15, I want to say? Not even sure. There we go. 13 Volkies in one day. Also, basically 1 per 20 minutes. That's insane. We are excessively lucky. Wait, actually, isn't that exactly 1 per 20 minutes? Hold up. Yes. It is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. We are actually still exactly at the drop rate of 1 per 20 minutes. Maybe it's like 1 every 22 minutes or something, but you can pretty much say we're actually still at the drop rate of 1 per 20 minutes. I'm not sure why we are so lucky. That is insanely good. But there we go, 13 in one weekend. Let me just go double check to confirm the number. That is insanely lucky. I know, why does it feel like Friday is so much better for Volkies? I'm not sure what's up with that. Saturdays don't seem nearly as good. Like, we'll do the exact amount of grind tomorrow and probably only get like 7 keys or less. It's really weird. There's something about Fridays. I'm not sure if it actually has a higher drop rate, but it sure feels like Fridays have a higher drop rate. Because we'll do this exact same thing tomorrow and we'll get like less than half that many. The actual drop rate for them is like 1 every 90 minutes. Anything above that's insanely lucky. Even 1 per hour is insanely lucky. So 1 every 20 minutes is just absurd luck right now. That is definitely not normal. But we have 42, yeah. So we got 13 because we started at 29. 1 was before the previous stream. Like 9 was the previous stream. And then 3 was right now, I believe it was. There we go. Nice. 13 Volkies so far because we started at 29. Very nice. Well, let's go and get more later then. Wish all of you the best of luck for finding Vault keys, as many as that. Hopefully at least 1 per hour. But yeah, anything at or above 1 per hour is actually above average. So if you're getting that drop rate, then you're doing good. But yeah, you can go quite literally hours without getting one, which is a little bit unfortunate. It's definitely discouraging when that happens, but yeah, you'll get them eventually, luckily. It's only a matter of time, and you're still getting other drops. Even if you get 0 Vault keys, you're still getting quite a bit of souls, quite a bit of glory, quite a bit of gem-related stuff off the normal gnome, like keys and actual physical gems. So it's not like you're getting nothing. It's just, obviously, the Vault keys generally have the best chance of giving something good, while Vault keys could theoretically be worse than something like a 1,000 glory drop or something. They're generally going to be pretty good, like 100 gems or some kind of big key drop, like 20 gem keys or some kind of other similar thing, like an orb. But anyways, guys, I'll be heading off for now. Best of luck with the Gnome event. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, and I will catch all of you later. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, hopefully all the Gnomes will be kind to us this weekend with all of their Vault keys and other valuable drops. Goodbye, everyone.